The Life of Lazarillo de Tormes, His Fortunes and Adversities, translated from the edition of 1554 by Sir Clements Markham, KCB, with a notice of the Mendoza family, a short life of the author Don Diego Hurtado de Mendoza, a notice of the work, and some remarks on the character of Lazarillo de Tormes. London, Adam and Charles Black, 1908. Introductory. The Family of Mendoza. The author of Lazarillo de Tormes was a scion of one of the noblest families of Spain, and some account of it should precede a notice of the author's life. Don Diego López, Lord of Mendoza, in 1170, married Doña Eleanor Hurtado, heiress of Mendeville. She was the daughter of Fernán Pérez de Lara, called Hurtado, son of Pedro González de Lara and of the Queen Urraca of Castile and León. Don López and Eleanor Hurtado had 4 sons: Íñigo, Lord of Mendoza; Diego, Lord of Mendeville; Pedro Díaz, who was ancestor of the Mendozas of Seville; and Fernando, who founded the line in Portugal. Íñigo López de Mendoza married María de Haro, and was father of Maria, the wife of her first cousin, Juan de Mendoza, son of her uncle Diego. Their son Diego Hurtado de Mendoza, in the time of Fernando II, married María González de Agüero, and had a son Gonzalo. This Gonzalo Hurtado de Mendoza married Juana Fernández de Orozco, who was the father of a very distinguished son, of Pedro González. Pedro González Hurtado de Mendoza married Aldonza, daughter of Fernán Pérez de Ayala. He was with Juan I of Castile at the Battle of Aljubarrota. In the flight, the king's horse was killed. Mendoza dismounted and said to the king, "El caballo vos han muerto. Subid, rey, en mi caballo." The king rode away. Mendoza was overtaken and slain. The date of the battle was August the 14th, 1385. His father survived him, dying in 1405. The son of this chivalrous knight and successor to his grandfather was Diego Hurtado de Mendoza, married first to Maria, daughter of Enrique II, King of Castile, and secondly to Eleanor de la Vega. His son, Íñigo López, was by his second wife. The family of Mendoza. Íñigo López Hurtado de Mendoza was born in 1396. He served with distinction at the Battle of Olmedo and was created Marquis of Santillana in 1445. He was opposed to Álvaro de Luna, the famous minister of Juan II. Born in the Asturias, the Marquis was a poet. Among his writings was a little Serranía. The sweetest girl without compare, in all my days I've ever seen, was that young maid so lithe and fair, on Hinojosa's frontier green. In pleasant shade of beech and pine, a verdant meadow did appear, and here she watched the browsing kine, with other girls but none like her. By nature decked and well arrayed, she looked like some bright summer queen, and not a common village maid of Hinojosa's frontier green. But the chief poetical work of the Marquis of Santillana was the Comedietta de Ponza, founded on the story of a great sea fight near the island of Ponza in 1435, between the Aragon fleet and the Genoese. At the request of King Juan II, he also made a collection of proverbs for his son Enrique IV. This was the earliest collection of proverbs made in modern times. The noble poet married Catalina Suárez de Figueroa, daughter of Don Lorenzo Suárez de Figueroa, Lord of Feria and Zafra. The Marquis died in 1454, leaving 10 children. Don Diego Hurtado de Mendoza, 1st Duke of Infantado. Don Pedro Lasso de Mendoza, married to Inés Carrillo, Lady of Mondejar. They had 2 daughters. Maria married to the 2nd Count of Tendilla. Catalina married to Luis de la Cerda, Duke of Medina Celi. Don Íñigo López de Mendoza, 1st Count of Tendilla, of whom we treat. Don Lorenzo de Mendoza, 1st Count of Coruña.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?